Hey cocktail fans, welcome back. You have got the soon to be improved Drunken Sailor Cocktail Lounge. I am Bill, your Drunken Sailor. If you haven't joined us before, this is the place that we make fun and exciting cocktails that taste delicious. If you have joined us before, thanks for coming back and watching again. We really appreciate it. Today I was driving down the road and I saw a national coffee chain and they had a big sign out front hawking pumpkin spice like it's fall or something. They're not the only ones that got pumpkin spice, and I do too. So what I'm going to ask you to do is hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're on a mobile device, they've got a little button on there. If you look hard enough to find it, says hype. That gets people to watch our channel as we make today's cocktail, the Pumpkin Spice Espresso Martini. Well, let's get pouring. We're going to mix this up in a shaker. Our first ingredient going in there is maple syrup. That's not a pumpkin, but what goes better with any kind of squash? Maple syrup. We're going to put 1/4 of an ounce in there. That's going to sweeten it up, give it that little bit of maple flavor. And 1/4 ounce. One of the reasons that we put this in first is because it's so thick, the rest of the ingredients that we put in there will help rinse out the jigger as we're making it. Next going in there, we are going to put in there 1.5 ounces of cream. And we're using whipping cream. You can use light cream, half and half, however you choose to do. We're going to follow that up with some pumpkin spice. And we're going to use between 1/8 of a teaspoon and 1/4 of a teaspoon. Play with it a little bit, find out how you like it. And I like just a little, about halfway between. That's going to go in the mixer. Now we start putting some liquor in there. Our ingredient next is coffee liqueur, and I'm using Mr. Black. It's a rum-based espresso liqueur, very tasty. It's pretty inexpensive too, and for that, I'm going to put in there 1/2 of an ounce. Next ingredient going in there. How do you go wrong? We're going to use vodka. Today we're using Absolute, and I'm going to use 1 ounce. We got some pumpkin spice in there, but we need to put some pumpkin in there. What I want to put in there next is pumpkin puree. And you can use, once again, you're going to use it to flavor it how you like it, but you're going to use about 2 to 2.5 teaspoons in there. A bar spoon is about 1/2 teaspoon. So 1, 2 heaping teaspoons, and then just a little bit more. And there's our pumpkin in there. The only thing we need left to put in there, what are you making an espresso martini for if you're not going to throw in some espresso? And I am using just a little bit over 1/2 of an ounce of espresso, freshly brewed. If you use it hot, that's going to tend to make it a little bit frothier when you shake it up. This is everything that needs to go in there, and now I'm going to put some ice in there and shake it up. I want to use some crushed ice. Don't want to use big cubes in here because we've got that pumpkin puree in there. We want to really mix it up good and break it down. And here we go. Now I want pie. We've got that all mixed up. Now we're going to grab a frosted glass and we're going to pour this out. Magically, a frosted martini glass has appeared. We're going to take a strainer, a Hawthorne strainer, and we're going to get a fine mesh strainer because we still got some chunks in that puree. We're going to make it hard to pour. And look at that. It's got that beautiful pumpkin pie color. And it will pour forever and ever. But we've got a full glass, so that's enough. Let's take that, put that out of the way. It's an espresso martini. One last thing that we need to do is take some coffee beans, 3 of them, and as tradition says, health, wealth, and happiness. That is our Pumpkin Spice Espresso Martini. Let's give this a taste. What a super blend of that is in there. We've got the pumpkin flavor in there. We've got the cinnamon and nutmeg and all those spices from that pumpkin pie spice. We've got this great tasting espresso flavor in there. Just a little bit of kick from that vodka and the Mr. Black with it. This one is sure to be a cocktail for the seasons. Cheers, everybody.